paper and pen? I need y'all taking some notes. So y'all know what's going on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. This is what I like to do. I'm talking about social media, social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and all of those resources. All right, but this is my point. This is my point. That's why I asked you if you had your phones. Okay. There's a lot of misconceptions about social media. Okay? So, first thing, boy, you have bad misconceptions. Let me give you a pencil. So, it works. It's a pencil, man. Oh, I thought you can't. No. That's good. No. All right, social networking. I like to use a lot of videos when I'm doing a presentation. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is interactive because I'm going to be asking y'all questions. Now, who asked about the money? You asked about I use real live money. This is real money, real dollar bills to prove a point. And my point is that even though I'm doing a presentation on social media, you took the time to come in here from all the other workshops to learn something. All right? First thing. So what I'm going to do is give you a dollar. You're welcome. Give you a dollar. You're welcome. I'm going to give you a dollar. Okay? And my point is, time is money. Your time is important to you. Okay, so you value my time enough to come in here and sit in here and so we can talk. Not me talk to you so we can talk together. So even if nobody else comes through that door, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to communicate, talk about social networking and social media because it's important, because it affects your life. And it affects your life in so many different ways that you really don't understand how much it affects your life. That's why I asked you before if you had your phones. Okay? Your phone can be your best friend or can be your worst enemy because it can connect you with the whole world. So when you're talking about going on Facebook, you're talking about Twitter, you're talking about Pinterest, you're talking about Vimeo, you're talking about YouTube, one of the first things I like to emphasize is anytime you post anything online, it stays there permanently. It never goes away. So you really have to watch out what you post online. All right? So from your middle school years to high school years, hopefully going on to college or choose going to the military or vocational school, all your content online, somebody's going to look at it. Welcome. So all your content is looked at. So all three of y'all middle school, right? Okay. All right. So let's say if I needed some young men for an internship to do something for me, to work for me, whether it's paid or free, you apply for the internship. All right? You apply to work with me or work for me. The first process is you're going to go online and fill out an electronic application. Okay. Right. You just get started, so y'all come on. So you fill out an electronic application. You submit it to me. And what I'll proceed to do is I'll go through your information. Okay? We're talking about social networking and social media. So we're not going to get online. I'm just doing a presentation. And I'm going to ask y'all questions. So when you go online, do the application, submit it to me. What I will do is look at your qualifications and look at your background. And I'll also do a search on you online, whether it's a Yahoo search, whether it's a Google search, whether it's some application that I have to search all the information about you that I can find online. All right? So let's just say, for an example, I'm working for a computer company. I need some young men to test some programs, play some video games, to do some stuff for me. Okay, all right. So if I start with this young man and go all the way to the side, I just randomly went to schools in Duval County schools and asked guidance counselors or principals or teachers, who would they recommend? So let's say they recommended y'all to me. I don't know anything about you. I'm going off of the recommendation of the teachers, the administrators, the faculty at the school. So my first thing is just like I did with those young men, How you doing, guys? Good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. Good. What did we just do? What did we just do? We shook hands. We greeted each other. All right? We exchanged a little bit of information. My name is William Jackson. I work with Duval County Public Schools. I teach STEAM, which is Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics at Andrew Robinson Elementary School. We're a STEAM school. We're a model technology school. On top of that, I blog online. You know what blogging is? It's blogging. All right? I kind of feel it on the web page. Whatever topic you want to talk about right now. Exactly. I blog about education, technology, social media, bullying, and cyberbullying. So not only do I blog in Jacksonville, but I blog about different other subject areas on other sites on the internet. And so that's what they call syndicators. So I may post up here in Jacksonville, but it's shared nationally. So that way the information that I share, I think is important for other people to know. So why is that important? And I'll give you a perfect example. This gentleman right here, what is your name, sir? And I'm going to use the word generation. In our generation, for all the social media stuff and technology, if I wanted to get to know this young man right here, I would walk up to him and shake his hand and we would share information. That's how our generation, that's how our dads, our granddads, that's how we were brought up to do that. In your generation, the first impression people get from you is your online content. They will go online on Facebook or other social media sites and find out all the information about you. And that has plus and minuses. The plus is you're readily accessible. People can find out information about you, about anything that you're doing. So long as it's positive. If it's negative, the bad part about it, if you have negative content out there about you, then when they find that information, then they're going to make that decision right then and there, not the context about anything. Because when you apply for scholarships now, colleges and universities go online and look at all your social media content. If you apply for an internship someplace, they do the same thing. If you're interested in going into the military, what the military does now is they research your social media background. So they're looking at your psychology, how you think, your emotional stability. They're looking at your academic background. And not only that, but they're looking at your associations, who you're associated with, who your friends are, where they're going, what they're doing. So they have a whole division, social media division. That's all they do is they research the background of their potential soldiers. All right. So if you have something positive in your life that's going on, that's a benefit for you. But if you're involved in controversial activities or stuff that's going on, then they're going to question whether they should allow you to enter into the military. It used to be you can apply to the military, take the ASVAB test, they see where your skills are, and they let you in and they train you. Now, it's a little bit different than that. They want people that are able to think, to rationalize, to have higher order thinking skills, to have critical thinking skills, to make snap decisions. Because there's so much technology now, even in the military, that they want to have people that are able to manage it, to manage the technology. All right, if you're into vocational education, like you want to be a carpenter or a mason or go into masonry or some other area like that, the same thing, you're still going to have to use a lot of technology. So you have to be willing to go to school, first of all, go through your internships to become capable and confident in what you're doing, and then still go back to school because everything changes so much. All right? So we're going to look at this quick video real quick about social networking. And I like these little videos. I get them off of YouTube all the time because they help explain a lot of different things. So you heading out? Okay.
Networks get things done. Whether it's sending a letter or running your home, networks make it happen.
I'm sorry my sound's not
In
working.
Chicago to Santa Fe, we need to see the network of roads that will get us there. In Chicago is connected to St. Louis, which is connected to Dallas, which is connected to Santa Fe. Of course, people networks can help us with finding jobs, making new friends, and finding new partners. You know how it works. Bob is your friend, and he knows Sally. Sally's friend Joe has a job for you. This is a network of people, a social network. Yay! The problem the connections between people aren't hidden. Your network may have huge potential, but it's only as valuable as the people and the connections that you can see. Ooh. This problem is being solved by a type of website called a social networking site. These websites help you see connections that are hidden in the real world. Here's how it works. You sign up for a free account and fill out your profile. Then you look for people you know. You find someone, click a button that says Add as Friend. Once you do this, you and that person have a connection on the website that others can see. They are a member of your network, and you are a member of theirs. What's really cool, you can see who your friends know and who your friends' friends know. You're no longer a stranger, so you can contact them more easily. This solves a real-world problem because your network has hidden opportunities. Social networking sites make these connections between people visible. Like a map for a highway, they show you the people network that can help you get to your next destination, whether it's a job, a new partner, or a great place to live. Your network is suddenly more useful. You can get started at these sites: LinkedIn, Facebook, and MySpace.
Okay. So
What's LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is like a business site where you go online and you register, it's free, and then you can network with different businesses. All right, so take it from there. When you come to a conference or workshop or seminar like this, one of the best things that you can do to help yourself out is to network with people. All right? Just don't come in and sit down in your spot and not network or introduce or meet someone when you come to sessions like this, because you're never going to know who you're actually going to meet and connect with. One of the major things that businesses encourage is networking. Whether you're in school, when you go out in the community and do something, you should always network. Because that person that you network with, you never know, they may help you get a job, they may give you a recommendation in college, they may have information about a job someplace. So all that information is shared in what's called a network. Now that goes along with your social network. Raise your hand if you have Facebook. Everybody got Facebook? You got Facebook? Okay, raise your hand if you have a Twitter account. Okay. Raise your hand if you have Tumblr. Everybody has a Tumblr. Okay. Raise your hand if you have Foursquare. Nobody has Foursquare. Does anybody know what Foursquare is? Okay, Foursquare is a social networking site where you check in different places and then you can see where your friends are. So, for instance, when I got here this morning, I checked in that I was at the college, so that other people that are in my network know that I'm at the college and they know I'm doing a presentation on social media. So after I do the presentation on social media, I'll tweet it out how the session went and who attended, what I talked about. So not only will they get tweets about it, they will see through a digital map where I am and what I'm doing. My tweets and my Foursquare is attached to my Facebook. So all my Facebook friends and associates will see what I'm doing. So you use that as a network to build your network. And the reason you do that, and I'll give you an example. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's say you want to move to Atlanta, Georgia. You either want to go to school there or you want to work there. And you don't know too many people up there. So you use your social networking sites, one, to find out where's the best place to live, where's the safest place to live, where's a good place to go eat, to do your shopping, where's a good place to network and socialize. Okay, so that way you get the lay of the land before you actually get up there. All right, so are y'all in high school or middle school? High school, okay. Okay. All right, so for high school, if you're deciding on what college to go to, and you know somebody that's at that college particularly, you can network with them to get information and share information among that person and their friends. Same with college. What year are you in?
College just started this summer.
Okay. All right. So as you're going through your college experience, you build up your network. And the reason that you build up your network is when you start in your major area, like in your junior year, you're going to start thinking about going to graduate school, what kind of jobs are out there. So you have to build your network because it's more sometimes who you know and what you know to be able to get a job and move on through school. And that's it in a lot of cases. Who you know, who knows you, and who can connect you with somebody. So all of y'all sitting in this social media class, I'm a part of a group called E3 Business Group. They do presentations here about entrepreneurship and starting your own business. So let's say you wanted to start your own business, but you wanted to do it in technology. So through your network and my network, I can recommend you to people that are in the area of technology that have their own business. So that way you get a leg up on what you need to do to start your own business. So you have expert help and people helping you establish what you want to do. Okay? Anybody have any questions yet? Okay, good to go. All right. This next one talks about a social media revolution. Now the reason, and I shared this with them too, the reason that I use videos like this, so I'm not standing up here the whole time talking. So it's not like we're in school and I'm lecturing at you. So we're going to watch this and then we're going to talk about the information from here. Did y'all bring that cell phone? Okay, all right. If you brought your cell phone, take it out. Because one of the things that you should try to do when you attend workshops and seminars like this or summits, tweet or Facebook what you're learning, because then that generates interest in what you're doing and where you're at. Because people will come to positive information more than they will negative information. So if you're out in the community and you're doing something in the community, you're volunteering, tweet it or Facebook it. Because like I was telling them before y'all walked in, all the information you put online stays online. So if somebody does a background check on you, they'll say, oh, they're doing stuff in the community, they've been to conferences, they've been to workshops. So the more positive information that's out there benefits you. And then also, when you start doing your resume or your portfolio, you list all the things that you've done and participated in so that people can look at that information. And you would be amazed that when somebody's looking at your resume, your portfolio, they'll be like, oh, I was there too, and I didn't see that person. But they'll ask you, well, you were at the summit. What did you do and what did you learn? And who did you meet? And then that way, that spreads your network. It's all about networking and sharing information. So we're going to watch this one. And please take note of the information it's sharing. Okay, if Facebook was a country, how big would it be? The third largest country in the world. Okay? What will soon be the largest English-speaking country in the world? What country will be soon?
United States.
Nope.
Venezuela.
What's one of the pictures up there that was red and yellow? What country?
China.
China. Okay, the global language for commerce is English, because that's how the world communicates, especially using technology. Even though there are translation programs, they mostly communicate by English, the English language. So as China continues to transgress or grow in the global economy, their people will start communicating around the world in English, whether they're going to the continent of Africa, Australia, or Europe, because that's the universal language. So powerful is social media that, as you can tell, you can communicate with billions of people. That's why when you hear on Twitter every once in a while how many people have Twitter followers. President Obama, I believe the last time he had on his Twitter account 12 million Twitter followers. But Lady Gaga has 15 million. Jay-Z has 35 million Twitter followers. So your popularity kind of depends on...
I got 25
You have 25?
million.
Okay. So that basically starts off in how popular and how much information you share. All right? So you just don't get 25 million, 10 million, 5 million by just putting out 1 or 2 tweets, okay? Or 1 or 2 Facebook entries. You have to continuously share information. What's your business?
International business.
Okay, prime example. If you're involved in international business, the key word to that is international. So your network should be international. Yeah, you're going to meet people in the United States as you go through your courses and as you learn, but you need to join groups online and deal with international business, international finance. Because if you're in that realm, more than likely, when you get ready to graduate, you're not going to stay in Jacksonville. You're going to go to a hub, either Los Angeles, New York, Atlanta, Miami, one of those places. But before you actually have an opportunity to do that, you have to network so people know who you are and what you're doing. Did you have a question? Did you have a question? Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions so far? Got you? All right. What symbol is that? At. Okay.
What's the first like?
Google. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. All right, stop it right there. All right, from just a little bit of information that we went, I want to go around the room and tell us a couple of facts that you just learned. What you just learned from the short part that you just seen. Any fact? Or your interpretation?
15 million articles on Google.
Right? What about you? Think of something, anything. Open your mind, anything. All right, come back to you. Come back to you.
That's the okay.
All right, what about you? Wikipedia, you can search for anything. What's the neat thing about Wikipedia that you can do?
You don't get change anything you want.
You can change anything you want. So we started a discussion about social media, and I created a wiki account, and I can give all of y'all rights to go in and add information and change information and modify it. The good part about that is we can share as a collective group information. The bad part about that is I may put some inappropriate or incorrect information in that Wikipedia document that we're creating. So it's always a good idea to go back and look and check your sources and check your information. Okay, how about you?
Oh, that the U.S. Department of Education study revealed that online students outperformed those people taking trust.
That's why Duval County Public School is going totally digital. Okay? They're going to take all the paper out and everything is going to be on, they're going to be on computers, laptops, or iPads to share information. Yes, sir.
Facebook is considered to be third.
Okay. Yes, sir.
YouTube, the second largest news.
YouTube. Okay, what's the first? Google. Okay, yes, sir. You want to go back? All right, let's go on. Now, your brand, each of you is a brand, and each of you has to market yourself more now than ever before. I think you had a question, sir. I think you had a question.
What are these tickets for?
Raffle tickets.
All right, so if you're going to market yourself to the world, you have to sell yourself to the world. Because it's no longer when you go to meet somebody, you go up just like this gentleman and I shook hands, we spoke, get to know each other. In your generation, it's all digital. So you have to put a positive face out about yourself. So if you're just using Facebook, you should have all positive information about what you're doing. If you're going to take pictures, you take pictures of where you're going, what you're doing, who you associate with, all the positive things that you're doing. You're going to take video, how you're helping people in the community, what you're doing in school, athletic things that you're doing, academic, because you have to market yourself to the world. Your brand, you figure out what your brand is, what you're good at. If you're good at athletics, you brand yourself as a good athlete, but it's also a good idea to brand yourself as a good scholar athlete academically as well. If you're good in science, you brand yourself as someone that's interested in the sciences. If you're good in art, you brand yourself in the area of art. Because like I said before, you never know who you're going to meet or associate with. So let's say you hear about this internship coming up. And the internship is at WJX2. There's a television station here in town. And they're looking for interns. And they're looking to pay these interns. But they want to know your background and your skills. So if they see that you're involved in social media, that you're going to conferences, that you're going to the library, that you're going to the museum, that you're involved in doing stuff, they are more prone to hire you than someone else that's not doing anything. It's just on Facebook. You can't get a job just doing Facebook. You have to do something. You have to volunteer your time to be involved. But the way you do it is use social media to promote yourself. Just like these $1 million athletes, LeBron James, for example. All right? They couldn't even count how many tweets were sent out about LeBron James after they won the championship. It was in the trillions, globally. So all that information is shared out there about him. So just about everybody in the world that's dealing with technology knows who he is. In your case, as you're starting off, think about what you want to accomplish in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, and how like social media is going to help you to promote yourself. Because the way it is now, you are going to be competing against people all over the world, not just Jacksonville. So you have to have what's called a global perspective of the world. So if you know eventually you're going to want to go to college someplace, you have to take college courses, you're going to have to volunteer, you're going to have to be actively involved in your school, and find out how you can be involved in the school that you plan on going to. What kind of clubs do they have? What type of pre-college activities can you get involved in? Whether it's actually physically going there or going live someplace, because it's beneficial to you. Because once you submit that application online, they're going to start researching your background. What you've been doing in middle school, what you've been doing in high school, what you have on YouTube, what you have on Facebook, what you have on your tweets or your Twitter account. Because when you tweet something out on Twitter, all of that information is stored at the Library of Congress. Anybody that has a Twitter account in the United States, that's where it's stored. So you basically have servers that just keep all that information. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Twitter keeps that information for like 5 or 6 years, but they may extend it. Your social media that you use on your phone, when you send out information, that's still backed up. So if I took a picture, like I took a picture with my phone and I posted it online, that information will be posted several places. One, it's going to be on Twitter when I make a tweet. It's going to be on my Facebook. It's going to be on my Tumblr with the picture. My service provider, AT&T, is always going to have a backup copy of it too. So be mindful of what information you send out there about yourself and that you're involved in. How much time do we have? I don't know. All right. So while he's checking, remember your brand, sir. Okay. All right. So remember what your brand is. Figure out what you're good at and what you want to promote about yourself. Figure out the best tool to use. All right. So that way you learn as much as you can. And the best way to learn is go on YouTube and type how to do whatever you want to do. Okay? How to learn certain things. But that's the best tool visual because a lot of the schools are doing it. Okay? Anybody have any questions? Okay, well, I'm going to be up here just for a while, so if y'all think of something, y'all more than happy to come up and talk to me about it. Okay? All right, appreciate y'all coming. Thank you. I got another session. All right, make sure y'all hold y'all tickets and stuff to the raffle. Make sure y'all sign in. Thank you, sir. Good seeing y'all fellas again. All right, thank you. I didn't remember you from last year. Weren't you here like last year? Yes, sir. I remember you. You were downstairs, did you say? All right, buddy, take care.